I hope you're fine and still keeping safe. If it's the first time you're meeting me, karibu sana, and my sweet name is Angie. For those who are coming back to watch our today's video, karibuni sana. And so guys, on today's video, I shall be preparing another recipe, which is chicken stew, which has, of course, been specially requested by my two friends. I have Gadoni and I have Moremi. And so guys, on my left I have Gadoni.
Hi guys.
And on my right I have Moremi.
Hi.
Yes, those are my special guests for today.
So guys, please stay tuned.
Thank you. And so guys, kindly allow me to introduce to you our today's ingredients.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ready, go!
In this first plate, I have my 2 green bell peppers, also known as the capsicum. Over here, I have my 5 cloves of garlic. I've grated them and I've mixed them together with the ginger. All are fresh. In this corner, I have my 2 whole red onions, finely chopped as well. And in this plate, I have my dhania leaves. Hapa, these are my dhania leaves. I then have a 1.5 tablespoon of tomato paste. I then have 1 lemon that I'm going to squeeze into my meat. I then have my dhania stems. In this bowl, I have my meat. This is my chicken meat, well washed, ready to be cooked. In this small bowl, I have my 3 ripe tomatoes that I've also finely chopped. If you don't want to chop them, you can blend them with a blender if you have one. You can also do as I told you, you can boil and peel off the skin if you don't want the rolls in your food. In this tin, I have my salt. I'll be using this one for seasoning and also for my food to taste. In this other plate, I have my spices. In this corner, I have my tablespoon of black pepper. In this corner, this is my ginger powder, a tablespoon as well. Over here, I have my tablespoon of paprika. I have a tablespoon of cumin powder, and I have 2 cubes of beef reco. And lastly, I have my cooking oil. This is what I'll be using for today. Over here. And finally, I'll be using this pan to prepare the chicken. And so guys, on our today's first step is going to be us shallow frying our chicken. So let's put some mafuta. Put about 2 tablespoons of your cooking oil. After adding your oil, spread it a little bit on all the corners of your pan or your cooking pot. Let it heat a little bit. So guys, after mafuta imekuwa heated, I now come with my meat. So guys, spread your meat well in the pan so that every part lies on the bottom of your pan, like that. Let's shallow fry it a little bit. And at this point, you can actually sprinkle chumvi kidogo. Sprinkle chumvi kidogo. Just a pinch. Just a pinch of the salt. Sprinkle it on top like that. So guys, keep turning it a little bit. Isiungue. You just keep turning it like that because you are not waiting for it to be brown. turn my meat on the other side so that it gets brown on both sides. So guys, after you turn it on the other side, you get to do the same thing that you did on the upper side. Sprinkle some salt. As for me, I've sprinkled a pinch of the salt. And after that, just turn it a little bit so that now the bottom side that we just turned gets brown as well. Just like that. So keep turning so that it doesn't get burnt.
Weed every day. Smoke weed every day. Weed every day.
And so guys, after about 10 minutes of shallow frying our chicken, it's now about time we transfer our meat from the pan to another plate. So that now we continue with the next step. So at this point, our meat is now brown on both sides and it's ready for the next step as well. I now just remove my meat from the pan and transfer it to another plate. Guys, at this point, I'm not going to add very little oil, like half a tablespoon, kidogo tu, like that, and I'll add my onions. So guys, take note that I'm using the same pan that I've just finished shallow frying my meat with. After I removed the meat, I immediately added my red onions and I'm going to cook them until they are golden brown. So guys, as you can see, our onions are now about to be golden brown. Just keep stirring them. Keep stirring, keep stirring. So guys, at this point my onions are now ready. Once you achieve this golden brown color, you can now add your grated ginger and garlic. Add them and then stir. After this, you now add your tomatoes. And after adding my tomatoes like that, I'll then add some little salt. I'll sprinkle it kidogo so that my tomatoes get to be cooked well. Like that. Stir them a little bit. After this, you can now cover your tomatoes for about 2 minutes for them to get cooked. So cover your tomatoes.
A few minutes later.
Our tomatoes are now well cooked, as you can see. They are now cooked. To hasten the process, you can mash them as I'm doing. And after this step, I now get to add my bell peppers. So add your green bell peppers like that. And stir. Stir them well. So guys, at this point, I now get to add my spices. And remember, with me, I have my black pepper, I have my garlic powder, I have my paprika, I have my cumin powder, and I have my 2 cubes of Royco. So I get to add them all together. First, let me crush my Royco cubes like that. And then all together, I introduce my spices like that. And after adding your spices as well, get to mix them well. I've added my spices at this point so that they get cooked as well. Normalize having your spices well cooked. At this point, you can also introduce your stems, the dania stems. Add the dania stems. Mix. And without wasting time, introduce your tomato paste. And mix. So after adding your tomato paste, mix. It's just a matter of mixing for them to blend in together well. At this point, we now get to introduce back our chicken. So add back your chicken. My hands are clean, so add your chicken. So at this point, we now get to squeeze in our lemon. You can use your hands to filter in your seeds. For my chicken, I'm going to use 1 lemon. But when it comes to the amount of the lemon to be squeezed into your chicken, will depend with the amount of the meat that you are preparing. Don't worry about the seeds. Just squeeze in your lemon. guys, at this point, after you add your lemon, you now add about 250 ml of water, about 250 ml. That's like 1 glass, and mix. Stir it well until it mixes, until your chicken mixes with the spices. Mix them gently so that you don't spill. Mixing thoroughly so that our spices go into our chicken well. After adding the water, you now mix them well, as I've done. And we can also get to taste our salt. Iko sawa. At this point, if your salt is not enough, you can add a little bit, depending also with your preference. And we now get to cover our chicken. And in 10 to 15 minutes time, our chicken will be ready. At this point, I just get to stir kidogo hivyo. Stir it a bit, and we now get to introduce our last ingredient, which is our dhania leaves, and mix. And we are done. Our chicken is now ready. That's our chicken stew. It's ready. Once you add your dhania leaves, that's the last step for you. So guys, our chicken stew is now ready, well served in our plate, and my friend is going to taste it and she's going to tell us how the results, because as for me, I've not yet tasted it. The first reaction is going to come from her. And then we'll get to dig into the meal.
Okay, it already looks so yummy, so I'm going to dig in. Some drumstick.
That's it. Haya, tunadondokwa na mate. How is it?
Oh my god. I have more.
Is it soft?
It's soft.
Chumvi kwaje? Chumvi.
Perfect. Everything is good.
Fine.
Perfect. I want to dig in for more. It's so yummy, guys. You should try the recipe.
Thank you. So guys, before I also join her in enjoying the chicken, so guys, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. Kindly subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up. Like. Also give me a positive comment if you don't mind. Hapo chini, comment down below. And finally, share it as much as you can. Share with your friends, your family, everybody. Share the video so that everybody gets to enjoy the video as you did, and they also get to experience and to experiment it at the same time and get the same result.